Can you guys see me? Hi, everyone. Can you guys give me a thumbs up or good afternoon or whatever? Can you guys give me a thumbs up if you guys can hear me? Awesome. Well, hello, everybody. Hope everyone's having a good day so far, wherever you are in the world. I'm just going to give everyone a few minutes just to trickle in before we actually begin. How's everyone doing so far? Well, hello, everybody in the chat. Also, this is my first time doing like a live, so I don't know if I'll truly focus on the chat too much, but if you guys have something to say, I'll try and get back to the chat as soon as I can. This is so weird. This is my first time doing like a live, so I'm like really excited and I want it to go super well. And this will also be available to watch afterwards, and you guys are able to see your guys' chats as well. So whatever you say will be, immortalized in the history of Frassix, so to speak. Yeah, we'll just give everyone a few more minutes just to trickle in before I truly begin. So, wow, hello everybody. So, how was everybody's Thanksgiving if you were in the United States? Did you guys eat a lot? Because I know I for sure did. And then I felt super bad about it afterwards. Actually, is it okay if I just like talk like here? Is it okay? Because my mic is right here, my keyboard is right there, and I'm right here. So, is it okay? Is it good to go? Okay. Because I don't want to sound super far. So, if I do sound super far, just let me know in the chat, por favor. So, but yeah, anyways, my Thanksgiving was pretty good. I had a Friendsgiving that I went to since I don't really have any family members here in St. Louis. So I was able just to hang out with a few people. It was super nice, super fun. Had a headache towards the end of the day. So I had to actually go back here pretty early and rest for the remainder of Thanksgiving. So that wasn't too fun. But then yesterday or on Friday, I went to my first ever Christmas pop-up bar, which is pretty close to my place here. And it was actually pretty nice. I'll probably post a post about that on Instagram within the next day or two. Let's see. Let's go through the chat real quick. So let's see. Designer guy 235. I was on TV for Thanksgiving. I was in the 99th. Oh, you're in. Oh, that's pretty awesome. I haven't actually ever been to like a Thanksgiving Day parade, like ever, even though I feel like that's like something that I want to do. But I just feel like I never have the time to do it, or it's always so cold. But that's awesome that you're able to be part of it in Detroit. Hello. I see some familiar names in the chat, so thank you guys so much for joining. Again, you guys don't have to stay the entire time. I don't know how long this is going to be, but I do hope that whatever is the outcome of this live stream, hopefully you guys enjoy it. Should I give people a few more minutes to join, or should I start? Well, in the meantime, I'll give everyone just probably like one more minute, but I see that we have a lot of people from all over. There's some from Michigan, some from, wow, a few people from Michigan, actually. London. I absolutely love London so much. I cannot wait to go back. Hopefully next year. I will be going back to the UK next year. So I'm really excited about that. Um oh yeah, and then the postcards. Hopefully you guys, if you guys did get one, hopefully you guys got them and enjoyed them. If not, I'm sorry about that. I tried my best to just follow whatever addresses you guys gave me. So if you guys haven't received them and you guys did want one, maybe next year, whenever I do my Frassix 2026 postcards, you guys are able to receive it. And I'll double check with everyone to make sure that I have their addresses correct. Um, a lot of people from Oh wow. Okay. Love the new haircut. Thanks. I actually got my hair permed like a couple of days ago. Not a couple days ago, probably like a week or two ago. I mean, I've had it permed for like a couple months, but the first guy that did it, I didn't really like what he did. So I ended up going to a different one, and he did a really good job, but it's a lot curlier than I expected it to be. Beforehand, I used to like curl my hair with like a thin uh, hair straightener, and that took a while, probably like 30 minutes each morning. So I was just like, oh, I was like, yeah, I kind of need to get a perm just so I don't have to deal with that in the mornings. It's a lot to maintain though, but I like it. So thank you for that. Anyway, so I think I gave people enough time to start trickling in. I'm sure there will be more people that will join. I don't want this to be too long because I know you guys have lives and everything, and it's Sunday, and I'm pretty sure a good portion of us have work tomorrow. So, yeah, so just welcome to this live stream. I am super excited. Again, this is the first ever live stream that I'm doing ever. I've never done it on my social media, YouTube, whatever. So, you guys are part of this little experience. So, congratulations to all of you, and thank you again for joining. And I'm doing this live stream mostly just to celebrate another year for my channel. Because if you guys don't know, December 1st of 2018 is when I officially made this page and then made all my social media accounts, and I posted my first ever video, which if you guys haven't watched it, if you guys go all the way back to my first video, it's like a cruise video that I did with my family through the US Virgin Islands. So that was pretty fun. And I think it's still one of my most viewed videos of the channel overall, which I don't get how that has happened because I feel like after that, my views definitely weren't at that level for a good while. But yeah, it's just crazy that it's been 7 years. I'm pretty sure a majority of the people that watch my stuff now probably haven't watched any of that stuff before. But I am thankful for each and every person that I have had the pleasure of knowing throughout the 7 years that I've done this. It's really meant a lot to me. Um, and I guess I'll just go over I also have like a little schedule of things of so I don't get off track with stuff. So I just have a little bit of a whatever just to keep myself on track. So if I keep on looking down, that's probably why. So the overview of the live stream schedule. So basically, with this live stream again, since it is the anniversary of Frassix, I just want to begin with going over the results from the Frassix 2025 poll that I put out a little bit ago. And then after that, I will open up the floor to any questions that you guys might have in the chat. I know I see a few questions right now in the chat, and I appreciate you guys for putting out questions. But I'll probably do that after the poll, but that doesn't mean you guys can't put any questions right now. And then I will try to get back to them whenever I do the questions. So yeah. And then after that, oh, I also have a few questions that I have on my social media apps like Instagram and YouTube and stuff. So I will be also answering those. So I'm pretty excited for that. And then towards the end of the live stream, I have a little bit of surprise for all of you who are watching. So stay tuned on the live stream for whenever that happens. I'm really excited for it. And again, if you guys have any questions, please put them in the chat. I'll try and get to them as soon as I can, as soon as I'm available. Um, And before we begin, I do have some rules. Just please no profanity in the chat, no bad words, vulgar things, etc. I do want to keep this as friendly as possible, and I know how some of you guys can get because I've seen your DMs. But please keep that away from this for now. I just want it to be super nice, super kind, and just no spamming as well. I will try to get to everyone again as soon as I am able to. And then not a rule, but more of a disclaimer, just because I feel like I need to say this, that the thoughts and opinions in this live stream, as well as in any of my videos and other online content, are of my own thoughts. It is not a reflection of any of the thoughts or beliefs of any outside source or any company or anything like that. I just wanted to put that out there because I kind of have to put it out there. So anything I say in this live stream and anything else that I put out to you guys is more so just a product of my own mind. I have to say that. Um, and then again, I'll try to keep this live stream brief, but I do love to talk. So you guys are more than welcome to, exit in and out of this live stream as much as you want. I will try to keep this to an hour, probably less, probably more, just depending. But that's why, again, I have this kind of schedule so I can keep myself on track so I don't bore you guys to death too much. And then I appreciate you guys for giving me even a minute of your time to tune into this live stream because again, I know you guys have a lot of stuff going on in your lives, and I'm glad that I could be part of your Sunday. Anyways, I will probably go through the chat a little bit before we officially begin the first part of this live stream. Let's see. There's a lot of people. Yeah, I mean, I see a lot of people here that I've seen before. Like I've mentioned before, they messaged me. So I really, again, appreciate you guys for coming on this live stream. Hello to everyone that has joined. Louisiana, hello. I haven't been to Louisiana before, but I definitely do want to go one day. South Florida, love Florida. Not when there's hurricanes though. I have a couple stories about that, about me being there whenever there's hurricanes, whenever I went there for egress training. Let's see. Then I'll go through, let me just do a second real quick because I see that there's a few people trying to get onto the live stream on my other socials. So I will just message them real quick. So if you guys want to, you guys can just talk amongst yourselves real quick and give me like a minute to make sure everyone is able to go on this live stream. Yeah. Okay. Anyways, are you guys ready? Here we go. So again, the first part of this live stream is me going over the results of my Frassix 2025 poll. And this year has been very successful for Frassix overall, probably my most successful year yet. I've gained so many new followers, so many new subscribers, so many new people that know me now because of the videos that I have put out, which again, I've put out like 20 videos, which is a lot of content, not gonna lie. And even though like it was successful, there are a few things that I wish I could have done or would have done this year differently. But that's where I decided to let you guys into this story as well. And I wanted to basically have my followers and subscribers' opinions on how this past year went for them. Because again, it's not just about me, I do this for you guys as well. So that's why I made the poll available to the public earlier this month, I think, the month of November. And then I just put out a link and said, hey, if you want to fill this out, you guys can. And then I received a lot of feedback from that. So I'm really looking forward to going over the results of that with you guys right now. So if you guys want to see what the results are, stay tuned for that because I'm going to try. Again, I'm so bad at live streaming. So I'm going to try and share the screen. So hopefully nothing pops up. That shouldn't pop up. And yeah, let's see. Let me go there, there. Okay, can you guys see it? Thumbs up in the chat if you guys can see the end of the year poll. Cool. Awesome. My sister is in the chat, so tell everyone hi, Frassix sister. Oh, my sister and her husband are online, so say hi to them. Hopefully, you guys enjoy it. Hopefully, you guys don't have to stay for the entire time. I'll talk to you guys later. But yeah, so this is basically the results of the poll that I did. Um, and I got 106 responses, which again is a lot. I thought I was only going to get probably like 20 or 30 people that actually responded to this, but over 100, I was like, there's no way that's going to happen. But of course, it's happened. So I'm really excited to go over these results with you, just so we can go down memory lane together. But again, just to try and talk about how I can improve things and talk to you guys about what you guys think about whatever is being said. So the first section, if you guys don't know or haven't done the poll, I basically listed out the 20 videos that I put out this year and said, hey, which one is your favorite? And I was actually pretty surprised by the results of this poll, just because the number one video, or the one that had the most, was my culinary training video. Again, I was really surprised for it, just because I didn't really think that that was going to do that well. I mean, I did enjoy editing it. I did enjoy the experience of my culinary class in Napa in Florida, or in Napa in California. Um, but I didn't really think it was going to do that well or resonate with that many people. But apparently, a lot of people like to cook. And if you guys don't know, I do a lot of cooking in my job as a flight attendant for the Air Force. And I don't necessarily like to cook. Actually, I never was a cooker before joining this job. During this job, I mean, I can cook, and there are definitely a lot of things that I've cooked that I never thought that I would be able to cook. There are some things that I can't cook still. If you ask me to do some biscuits and gravy, better off buying it at a store, because I will definitely cry if that, if you try to ask me to do that. But yeah, so that was 19%. The second one, the second most popular one, is the one that I thought would get the most votes, which originally, when I first put out this poll, that's what it was. And it was my London day one trip, which was basically me going around the city of London for my very first time as an adult. Because if you guys don't know, my dad was in the Navy. So after my sister was born in California, me, my sister, my dad, and my mom, we all went and moved to Sicily. And then my family decided to take advantage of the time there, and we traveled all around Europe. So I can say that I've been to all these places before. I just don't have any recollection of going to those locations. So even though I do have pictures and I can say I've been there, I feel like I haven't been there. So I'm so thankful to be in this job where I am able to revisit these places that I have been to before but don't remember, and now I can actually like remember it and have pictures and show you guys. So London was one of those locations, and that was the first and I think only video that I actually did where like I was narrating and explaining like history facts, because usually if you guys watch my videos, I have the facts displayed like via text. And that is mostly just because I never really truly have time to research about these places beforehand. And then whenever I do get to a place, I usually learn about the facts afterwards, which is unfortunate, because I feel like doing the research beforehand for this London video in particular, I was able to just definitely just immerse myself in the history of London and go to all these places that I would have never probably thought about otherwise, or it would look like just probably like a normal wall, but then it's like a historic wall or a Roman wall. And I'm just like, whoa, that's so awesome. So I definitely do wish that I did have more time beforehand to research about these locations. Also, are you guys good? I feel like I have to jump between the poll and my actual live stream chat. So if there is anything that goes wrong, please just let me know beforehand. Hopefully, you guys are having a good day so far. Hello to everyone that has joined. Um, uh, But yeah, and yes, I am a military brat. Even though I don't really like that term, but I feel like that's the only way I can really explain myself is a military brat. But yeah, anyways, and then the rest of the videos, I feel like definitely got a few. I do feel like a lot of people came in or got subscribed to me through my Copenhagen video, which I really love that video as well. But surprisingly, it has one of the lesser amounts of people that voted on this, which again, I know a lot of people said that they wish they could have voted for more, but like I appreciate the support on all my videos. And then I'll just go over a few of these, which I basically just asked everyone, like if you did want to basically just tell me why you chose the video that you chose. I kind of wish that I could have put like, hey, put what video you chose and then explain why you liked it, because I feel like for a lot of these they say a certain video but like you can't, I don't really know which video, so I'll do that for next year probably. But again, it's a destination I want to go to, and you always find places that are sometimes unusual. That is true. I feel like sometimes, even though I do have an itinerary, sometimes whenever I go to these locations, a lot of it is just me like walking around and just stumbling upon things and being like, oh, this is cool. Which again, that's why I don't really know too much about like the places that I go to until afterwards and I research it. I'm like, oh, that's cool. That's good to know. Um, Love the videos, but from London. Again, I love London. I love the UK so much. One of my favorite places that I've been to. And I am going to the UK again next year. So I'm really excited for that. I like to start learning to cook since the only thing I can cook well is ramen. You and me both. And even then, sometimes I burn my ramen. So I'm just surprised that whoever I cook for on the plane that they can eat my food. I'm always appreciative whenever they go back to the back of the plane and they let me know that um, my food was good, because sometimes it's very stressful being the cook, cooking for all those people for all those legs. Stuttgart. I definitely like Stuttgart. It was definitely one of the more surprising places that I've been to. Stonehenge. I love history. You guys, I love history so much. I love going to all these historical things. I feel like if there's like an old town to like a specific city, you will definitely find me there, especially if it's my first time in that location. I will just immerse myself in all the history. And sometimes I watch videos whenever I do have time. I do try and watch at least a little bit of videos of people that have been there. Um, just so I can know what to expect. And Stonehenge was one of my favorite videos that I not only got to edit, but also just live through Stonehenge, even though it is a couple of rocks. I do find it magical and I would like to return there again. And also, if you guys haven't watched any of these videos, just go to my channel and go to my flight attendant playlist, and you guys will be able to see all the videos that I posted, not just from this year, but from years past. Um, my road trip video, yes, that was very interesting. If you guys don't know, I did a road trip last year, because a lot of these videos are from last year, not from this year. Trips that I went to last year. I did a road trip from St. Louis to Washington D.C. to help out the squadron over there with a few flight attendant stuff. So I had the option to fly there, but me being the weirdo that I am, I decided to drive there. So I did an initial drive to Washington, D.C., did all my stuff. And then on the way back, I went and made it a little bit of a fall foliage road trip as well, because I've never really done a fall foliage road trip or even really been to the north eastern part of the United States. So I did that last year and went to Boston, Vermont. So beautiful. Kind of wish I had more time there, but again, with the timing and everything last year, I was only able to really do all that in like 3 or 4 days. I did want to do it this year, but it just never ended up working out. So hopefully next year I'll be able to do a fall foliage road trip. Fall's my favorite season. Um, let's see. I'm just gonna try and go through these a lot. I don't want to spend too much time on any one section, so I'm sorry if I am. I've never been to Prague. Prague, I love so much. Live in the Bay Area. I love San Francisco so much. Definitely, I always tell people that it's probably the city that I want to retire in or live in, and I don't know necessarily why. I just have so many memories tied to San Francisco, especially, doing all my linguist stuff and linguist training in Monterey. I would go up there to San Francisco with a few of my friends, and we would just hang out there. And that's probably one. I think I have a video or like a vlog on that very early on in my this channel, and I really enjoy it. I just love the architecture, the feeling, the vibes of it. I just really have a lot of good memories in San Francisco, and I'm going there next year. Surprise for Pride, so that's gonna be very exciting. I've never been to Pride there before, but I do want to experience it. So if you guys are there, I'm pretty sure I'll talk more about like that kind of stuff later on in this live stream. So let's just continue on for now. Boston, again, I love Boston. I feel like if I were to live in three cities, it'd be either San Francisco, Boston, or Chicago. I feel like they're all pretty expensive. I don't know what the heck I'd be doing in those cities to afford to live in those cities in the first place, but I just absolutely love it there. Um, so if you guys are there, just let me know so I can visit you and maybe stay at your place for free, and then I can enjoy the cities. Let's see, blah 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 blah. Uh, yeah, so just basically, a lot of people have a lot of reasons why they go and go to all these places and watch all these videos. So I really do appreciate all of that, and I don't want to bore you. So I guess we're gonna go to the next section, which is Frassix statistics and data. So Frassix statistics, say that three times fast. I can't. Frassix statistic, Frassix. I'm just gonna go to the chat actually. Um, hey everyone, hello everyone that has joined. I love Massachusetts. I wish I could go to Salem whenever I was in Boston, but that was one of the things I had to sacrifice, especially it being October at the time that I recorded that video. I was just like, oh, I just wish I could go. But probably one day. Anyway, so Frassix statistics. Which device type do you usually watch? And this is basically just more so for my analytics, just because I was like, oh, these are certain things that I kind of like. I do have stats about on YouTube, but it's kind of different, seeing it from and getting it from the source, which is basically you guys. So for this question, which device type do you usually watch my videos, vlogs on the most? And again, I know a lot of people probably do multiple, but I was like maybe just the ones that people do the most. And as expected, I felt like mobile was the way to go with that. TV, I usually, whenever I do watch YouTube, more than likely it's on a TV whenever I'm here and I have the time for it. A computer and then a tablet. And then I also had to put I do not watch your videos or vlogs just cuz. But yeah, and then optional, how'd you find out about Frassix? I feel like people find out about me in like the most randomest ways, but about for this poll in particular, the YouTube suggestions was the number one, which thankful for that. So if you guys have found me through a YouTube suggestion, definitely put that in the chat. Um, and the second one is just other social media, which I probably should have dispersed that out a little bit further, but I just want to do it more as a collective whole. And of course, you guys added your other parts to this as well, because that's why there's a few of these from coworkers, family members, Instagram suggestions, cross training into flight attendant, and then found my videos. Hopefully, you guys and do enjoy. I feel like it's weird because a little bit sidetrack here, and I know that there have been a handful of people that have stopped me on the street randomly to say that they know my videos. Like for example, when I was in Boston, I was just going through one of the, I think it's like a gathering food court area. I don't know what it's called, but I was just walking and I know that I know no one in Boston. And then I was just going through and then I hear Frassix and then I turn around because I'm like, I don't know anyone here. And it's basically just someone who was following my videos and was watching my videos. And I was just so surprised by it. And that also happened this year in Chicago as well. And I was like, that's just the craziest thing that people recognize me. And then there was also when I was flying back from egress, there's a flight attendant that was on the flight with me who wasn't actually working, but I think he was just flying over to wherever I was going, and he recognized me. So that was super awesome as well. So it's just so interesting that I get to meet all these people, and I always don't know how to act whenever people recognize me because I'm always like, I'm sorry that you guys watched it, but even though I truly mean that, like I am appreciative of um watching my content. So if you ever see me in public randomly, I don't know how you can see me in public, but if you guys do see me, don't be afraid to say hi. And I'm sorry for how I react in advance. And also on the base here at Scott Air Force Base, I feel like people have recognized me as well. And I'm like, oh, that's crazy. I feel like half of the people that I work with kind of know me as well. And some of the people that watch my videos to learn about being a flight attendant in the Air Force. Some of them have actually gone to my squadron, and that's how they know me. So I guess that's kind of a good thing because I feel like I don't really have to do the whole introduction thing. I can just go straight to being weird with whoever, or weird as in, just myself. Anyways, back on topic. Which social media platform do you follow me on? Um, I would hope that YouTube would be number one, considering I put most of my time and effort into YouTube. Instagram, I am not surprised that it's a very close second because I do also post a lot on Instagram. If you guys don't follow me on any of these social media platforms, you guys are more than welcome to. I am trying to post more on all my social media platforms. I think that's one of my goals for next year. So we'll see if I maintain that because that was my goal for this year. Didn't really work out the way that I wanted it to. Twitter, okay. X, TikTok. I don't really do TikTok as much anymore, but I do want to try and do it more next year because that's where the money's at. That's where most of my followers are going to be, and yet that's such an untapped potential that I do have, but I don't really use it. I don't even remember the last video that I posted on it, but I do want to try and post more on there, even though I still don't have any idea really how TikTok works. So if you can explain to me like what's the best way of me putting my content out there, just let me know. Facebook, surprisingly, I feel like that's the one I have ignored the most, just because I kind of always forget that YouTube or that Instagram is associated with Facebook. And then whenever I do end up going to Facebook, I don't even use Facebook for personally, like myself. Like I just use it just to like get pictures from years past that I posted on there. Then I always get notifications that like, oh, someone's like this or a thread or something. So I do want to like post more on Facebook or maintain it a lot more or give it more love next year. And then Threads, which is basically again just through Instagram, kind of similar to Twitter. Are you currently located in the United States of America? The data on YouTube basically backs us up, but yes, a majority of you do live within the United States. At least people have taken this poll. Um, and then there's other people no, and then you guys have just basically just put whatever country you guys are in. There's some from Australia, a lot of good people from Australia. The UK, my ex lives in Australia. The UK, Canada, London, Canada, Winnipeg, the Philippines, Scotland, the Bahamas, Philippines, Canada, Germany, Netherlands, UK, and I just really there's more in UK. I really do appreciate you guys for if you, especially if you guys live overseas outside the United States, for following me on my journey. Um, I know a lot of people really follow me for the military side of things or the Air Force side of things. Can't really speak too much on that, but I will always support it. Um, but I do appreciate if you live outside and you watch my videos. Your reasons for watching my videos. Thank you for that. Um, let's see next. Let's see how are we doing so far. How are we doing so far? You got in late. That's okay. The party is still here. We are still vibing. Everyone, right? Right. I just switched back to my chat, so that's why I'm looking at all these. Um, let's see. And then again, there are a few questions here that I will answer, really good questions that I will answer after I go over the poll. Um, yeah, also, do I look good? Do I look glossy? I tried to dress up for you guys a little bit. So it's like we're on a date. Um, Anyways, section 3 is Frassix merchandise, which you guys have probably seen me like wearing some clothes that say like Frassix 2025, Frassix 2024. Even the postcards are technically merch. Of course, I feel like I'll be giving these out for free just to say thank you to everyone that has supported me, like I've already done. But for this question, it's if I were to start selling merch, would you be interested in purchasing any products? Majority, which I feel like I expected, said maybe, just depending on what it is. A few people said no, which is fair, and then a few people have said yes. And I don't really know how selling works. I know that I could sell on a couple of different platforms. I just don't know how it works with taxes and things like that. So if you guys are more than willing to help me out with that, I'll be more than happy to send you merch because I have been wanting to send merch and really put myself out there with merch. Which speaking of, for this question, it's like if you answered yes or maybe, what kind of products would you want me to sell? A good amount of people, the number one says clothing, t-shirts, hoodies, etc., which I wholeheartedly agree with. I do love a good shirt. I said the next one was postcards, handwritten and personalized postcards, which again, I feel like these postcards I would probably never sell. It would mostly just be like a once in a while kind of thing where I say thank you because I do plan on having these for Frassix 2026. Um, but yeah, I don't think I would ever sell them. I would give them out just for free to people because that's the least I could do for people that support me. Next would be travel products, which I was kind of surprised about. Like, I feel like it would make sense for the content that I do, but also I'm just like, I would have to design stuff like that, which again I would really love to do. If you guys would want a luggage tag, I'd be more than happy to make you guys some. Then also stickers and magnets. I definitely want to do that as well. It's just so expensive, you guys. Oh my gosh, you guys don't really know how expensive it is to make products until you actually want to make a product, and then you try and make a product, and then it's just so much. And then I feel bad for like charging people more than what I paid for it because I'm like, I don't want people to pay $60 for a t-shirt. Like, I would literally cut my costs in half if that meant just giving out these things to people that want, stuff. Tote bags, I do have a few tote bags that I've made, which I've never really shown to anyone. And then the 1% here, I don't even know what this 1% is, but anyways, yeah, so if you guys want me to do merch, I'm always open to it. Not necessarily sure how that's gonna go about, but if enough of you guys do want merch, just let me know, and I will try my best to give it to you. And of course, if I do send people merch, I would like them to like take pictures, promote it, and then I'll try and repost all those on my socials whenever I can. And then next is section 4, which is Frassix content, which I think most of all these were optional, but I just basically said, is there anything about Frassix in 2025 that you have liked, enjoyed, or thought was well done? It can be about anything: video quality, promotions, visuals, aesthetics, etc. A lot of you guys had a lot of things to say, so I'll go over a few of these things. Again, I'm sorry if I'm taking a lot of time just going through this poll. This poll was a lot, and I do like to talk a lot. Again, like I said, so again, if you guys have to go out, do something, you guys are more than welcome to. All this will be available to watch afterwards whenever I am able to post it afterwards as an actual video. In the meantime, let's continue. More vids. I do wish I feel like I can only post as many vids as I go on missions. So that's why I always do try to go on all these missions just so I can get some content for you guys. And I do wish that I could post more videos. But unfortunately this year that wasn't really the case. Videos are well shot. I like the fun, friendly demeanor, Frassix in videos. Thank you. He's so good, and I like history. I do too. I really do appreciate people that at least have some kind of appreciation of me putting all these, because I feel like if you go to a place and you can understand the history about a certain location, I feel like it just even enhance it a little bit more. Like you would like never look you would look at like a statue that's on the street and you would never like really think about it that often, but then if you know the history behind it, it could be like a statue that's been there forever, like gifted from another country in the 1800s. Like it just, I feel like it just adds a little bit, so much more spice to the locations you go, even if it's like within your own like town. Like in St. Louis, there's so many like historic things and historic areas that I passed by or that I knew was once there. Like the World's Fair that was here in St. Louis that this movie Meet Me in St. Louis was based on, like that area, that park. Like it's just so crazy just to think that there were so many buildings, so many people here, and it was literally the center of the world for like a short amount of time. Which, if you think about it now, St. Louis is not what it used to be. But yeah. Anyways, shirtless contents. You guys, you guys have to stop. Like, trust me. Whenever I feel more confident about myself, I will put more, post more shirtless content. Unironically. You're not afraid of exploration and you encourage it through your videos. I see. Okay, Phoenix, I understand. LAS is La something. SEA. I don't really know these guys' name, but I'm happy that you uh like my videos and you are not afraid to or you think that I'm not afraid, even though I am terrified. Sometimes I'm like, oh, I don't really know what I'm, especially if I'm in a foreign country. Like I am like nervous sometimes to just go out and just explore things because I'm like, I'm really not sure what there is to do, and like how people will like interact with me. But I do it anyways, just mostly for you guys, but also mostly because I'm just like, when is another chance that I'm gonna ever go to Nepal again and be able to explore all these cool ruins and stuff. So I really am appreciative that people can recognize that, enjoy my personality, outgoing, happy. Thank you. I try to be outgoing and happy, and hopefully that does reflect through my videos. And I feel like a lot of times, sometimes whenever people meet me, they say that I act the same in real life, um, versus in my videos. My smile is amazing. A lot of people have said that, and I really do appreciate that. Um, uh, Content, unique touch, VIP fleets. I really do appreciate that as well. I like when you narrate, show more personal side of things. Gym, napping, under. Okay. Again, I haven't actually like looked at these answers, just because I just want to be as surprised about it as you guys are. And again, these are the type of answers that I get, so I appreciate it. Um, uh, but yeah, again, especially with like this break that I've had since the last video that I uploaded, I have been posting, especially on my Instagram. So if you guys don't follow me on Instagram, that is untapped potential. You guys, I post so much on there. And I know I really should be posting on like all my social media apps, but just Instagram, I feel like if I don't really use YouTube, Instagram's the one that I go to the most. And you guys will be fed if you guys are following me on there. Um, the mix of personal and intimate posts. Again, I feel like I did want to post a lot more personalized stuff this year, which I did towards the beginning of the year. And it was one of my goals for this year, but that never ended up happening. But I feel like I do like putting a lot more of my personal side out there into the world, not just like the Frassix that that flies. Um, so yeah, hopefully I can do that more next year. Includes word descriptions, take notes. And then I also, for all this facts that I have on screen, I also, if you guys don't know, I put the links to wherever I find those posts or find those facts in my description. So if there is something that is incorrect, I can only do so much. Granted, I do try to fact check as much as I can, but you guys can go and see what kind of I get those facts from. Um, Added history, just being myself, personality, thank you, quality of the videos. I really do try to make good videos for you guys. It's for being an elder is profession. He's someone young and still in awe of the world. As of age, I know I've gotten more jaded. Keep that awe of the world around you. I really do appreciate that because I feel like um, I've always been in awe of the world just because there's just so much more that I know that is outside my scope or my bubble. And this job has given me the opportunity to actually go out and explore and do all these things and travel to all these places that I never knew that I could do. And I remember even before I became a flight attendant, just watching all these YouTubers that would go to all these places, and I'm like, damn, I just wish that I could like go to all these places as well. And now I get to do that, and now I get to be that YouTuber for someone else, and I'm really fortunate. That's why I do like to try and record as much and try to make that video as immersive as I can. And that, goes for like the soundtrack, the editing. Sometimes I even do like different fonts if it's a certain like location, just because I really just want to make it an experience for people whenever they watch my videos. And hopefully people really do appreciate that. Discuss personal things in life, military travels, positivity. I do not like when you have much time in a location, but other than that, everything great. I don't like when I don't have that much time in a location as well. So you and me are on the same page, but unfortunately, I don't really get a say in how long I can be in a location. It's more so at the mercy of the people that I'm flying. Um, so that's why whenever I do go to a location and it's only like not as long as other videos, just know that I really did try to get as much content as I could. Um, Also, let's see what else. Let me just put on some chapstick because I feel like talking a lot is just making me chap up a little bit. Edits really done, and again, just a lot of things as well. So thank you guys so much for the positive comments. I really do appreciate just the support for this. But that goes into the next section, which is what kind of content would you like to see more of me in the future? Vlogs, of course, podcasts. I do have a few plans for some. I don't know how to podcast, honestly, especially video podcasting, but I do have plans for that next year. So stay tuned for that. Collaborations. There's no other way to say this. I know when people say collaborations nowadays, they think of something else. Um, but I just meant collaborations with other YouTubers or content creators. Let's see, reviews. I have been wanting to do that, especially for all these countries that I go to. I do get like a good amount of snacks and stuff. But if you guys want to, I have the link to my PO box in my link tree. So if you guys want to go to that and send me food from all like wherever you're at, I'm more than willing to try it and make a video of it, or just anything. I feel like if you guys want to send me anything, technically I haven't really announced it that I have a PO box aside from whenever I sent out the Frass cards, or the Frass cards, the postcards of Frassix. But yeah, you guys are more than welcome to send me anything, and I really appreciate anything. Q&As, I do love a Q&A. I do have a Q&A planned really soon, not just here, but like an actual video. So stay tuned for that. Uh, Short form context, TikToks, Instagram Reels, YouTube Shorts. I definitely do want to post a lot more because I feel like that's where I got a good amount of my followers, especially on Instagram, is through the Reels. So I do want to post more of that, and hopefully, you guys can like those videos and share those videos as well. And then there's just these one-off random ones, shirtless content, spicy content. I enjoyed like when he's going to some kind of school or training. I like, so I'm assuming like my culinary trainings, my egress trainings, and other trainings that I do. I really do appreciate that. I realize it would be too hard, but with the family group on Instagram, maybe you could organize meetups, make them uh, last second kind of things due to the nature of your employer. Yes, I do want to do meetups, and there is a meetup section later in this poll, which again, I'm getting through these poll. I feel like we're more than halfway done, so just bear with me. I'll get to the question soon. But I do want to do more meetups, collabs, yep, personal life. Thank you. Then music reviews. If you guys didn't know, I used to be a reactioner. I mentioned that I did post a video about my cruise as my very first video. But then after that, didn't really do too much because of the job that I was in. I didn't really do any traveling. So the next best thing was just to post reactions to myself, and that's what I did for like a good amount of years. I don't even know if a majority of you guys were here during that time, but if you are, thank you for suffering through that with. I mean, I did enjoy reacting and doing all these reactions to artists that I love, and like music videos, albums, etc. Music videos, I said that already. TV shows. But after a while, it's just like there was just a lot to do, and I felt like the effort that I put into it really wasn't what I wanted to get out of it. Sometimes it was if it got like thousands of views, but then other times I would put so much effort into a video and it barely like crack 1,000 views. So that's why I basically stopped it. And also just because I feel like the traveling content is something that I enjoy a little bit more doing. Optional, do you have any suggestions as to what you would like to see next year? So this is where like things are like starting to like we can discuss it as a whole, as a family, more of how the Air Force fits into your life. I do want to try and do that, but again, just because it's like the military, I don't want to uh, record too much or say too much about that. But I do definitely want to include you guys more in my career as much as I am able to. Don't second guess yourself. Take breaks when needed. Travel. Enjoy your military career in the process. Thank you. I am enjoying my military career so far. I know a lot of people have their own opinions about their military career, which to one their own. But so far for me, it's really been. I've been grateful to be in squadrons and surround myself with coworkers that are really nice and really support me and are essentially my second family. Um, just know more about myself, what you enjoy while on my trips. Videos could be a bit longer and more frequent. Again, I wish I could post more videos and make longer content. And then just knowing more about me. Again, I do want to be more personal next year, so that's something I do want to do. A visit to Detroit, Michigan. I wonder who that could be. I definitely do want to try and visit Detroit. I think I was supposed to go there for like a concert or something, but that never ended up going through. So hopefully I can make it up there. My ex lives in Michigan. So I would say continue to do you. Different take from what we see. Uh, become uniform. Appreciate that. I really enjoy your videos. Love the behind the scenes stuff. I do want to do more behind the scenes stuff, and that's why I do want to try and put more of that stuff next year for you guys. Historical sites, if your time allows. Normal. I do want to do a normal day video, but I feel like anytime I do a normal, or like anytime I think about it, um, I'm a boring person. Aside, like you think that I'm an exciting person if I travel, but like at home, I'm not that exciting, unfortunately, but I do try and go out as much as I can. So if you're ever in the St. Louis area or are in the St. Louis area, or if you know me, please hit me up to do stuff. I want to do stuff. um, Day in life videos, more queer community content. I do want to make the vlog for whenever I do go to Pride next year. I feel like that's definitely something that I do want to showcase a little bit more of whenever I'm there. Uh, Interview with my dad because he's retired Navy and some of his stories. I did interview my dad a few years ago, but it was more so just for me. But I feel like that could be something if you guys are interested in that, and how much things have changed for him being in the Navy versus me being in the Air Force, and also him like joining years ago, retiring full 20 in 2010. So like 1990 to 2010, I would assume is when he did his full years of service. Tampa, want to go to Tampa. I had an ex who lived in where is that on the east coast of Florida, and he would always bash on Tampa, and that's why I never really went to Tampa. But I do want to go there. Busch Gardens is there, and I definitely want to go to the Busch Gardens there because I've been to the one uh, in Virginia, and I loved it so much. Uh, just being yourself. Thank you. More shirtless pics. LGBTQI plus. I definitely want to do that. Exploring the neighborhood and places you go if once exist. Where I don't even remember if I've been to a neighborhood in places that I go to. Um, If you guys know of any neighborhood places um, in any country, just let me know. I know I went to Gran Canaria, and that's apparently a really hot spot, which I didn't know at the time. Didn't really partake in anything, but I just knew. Like after I posted the video, I was like, "Oh, that's good to know." Next Ventures, thank you again. Are you guys doing good? Are you guys doing well? Um, I'm going through the chat. U.S. veteran here from California. Thank you for your service. Uh, Merch sounds good. I'll get back to you on that. Palm Springs. There's another gay area that I would love to go to. I've only been to Palm Springs, I think, once, and that was like in 2019. But that was with my family, so that was kind of a little bit different. I did go up to like the mountain that's up there. I took like the tram or whatever up there, and it was beautiful, very cold, even though it was very hot on the ground level. It was cold up there, and I wasn't prepared for that. It had snow in like May. um and then anyways, thank you, Gary. I am here still. Hopefully, is it working for you guys still? Are you guys like, is it still working? um just please give me a thumbs up if it's still working. Hello, everybody. Hello, Oklahoma City. Haven't been to Oklahoma yet. Wright Patterson. Hello. I do want to visit. I've only been to Wright Patterson, I think once or twice, and once as in like my very first time on a mission. I made a video about that, and it was just like a day or two mission, but I absolutely loved just being there. Um, so if you guys want to see my first time experiencing becoming a flight attendant or being a flight attendant, you guys can definitely check that video out. Hi from North Carolina. Hello. Appreciate you for supporting me. Okay, awesome. Thank you so much for the thumbs up. Anyways, let's continue. If you guys aren't bored yet, if you guys are, I don't blame you. Like I said, I like to talk a lot, and you guys have a lot to say, and I love going through these because it makes me feel a little bit closer to you guys. Um, let's see. I wish I could do full time if I didn't, but I feel like it's ironic because like I would want to do full time, but the whole reason why I'm traveling is because of my job, so I can't really do full time. So it's just like this kind of like back and forth thing. But I really do hope that one day I'll be able to have more time to travel and make the content that I want to make. Um, let's see, experiences in the military. I definitely want to do that. Training, rifle training, unit info. Um, I definitely want to uh, bring you guys along on all my trainings. Even egress trainings. I know I'm gonna go probably back to Miami next year for egress trainings. And even though I did make a video on that, is that something you guys would want me to make again? I think the instructor even like the last time I was there earlier this year, in February, he was like, I think we were like getting taught like CPR or something or reviewing CPR, and then like he looks at me and I think we were on a break, and he was like, um, "Do you do YouTube?" And I was just like, "Oh my gosh, here we go again." But and then I said yes, and then he was like, because I made a video again about my experience, which it wasn't even like a real video about what we did in egress. It was more so just my time in Miami, and I guess he watched that, and that's how he found out about it. So I was like, "Oh, that's interesting." Would be great interest hearing more about your work and goals and aspirations with the U.S. Air Force. Definitely want to share more about that with you guys as well. Also, might you be a candidate? I think there's a question like that in that I have later on, which I can ask or answer that in my Q&A section. Um, but yes, keep doing what I'm doing. Thanks. Collabs. Um, in the service or department when you're out and about. I would love to, collaborate with different branches of the military, whether that be, for the Navy, Marines, Air Force, Army, Coast Guard, Space Force. I would love to do that if anyone really watches my videos from those branches. Personal daily life. Would you guys be interested in just a daily life video? Um, I don't know if I would do that as a vlog or whatever. I feel like I could do that, but it would probably be more like a once every few months kind of thing, and it would just be like clips of me like experiencing life and just making those into one video. I would love to do that if you guys are interested in it. Just let me know. Videos whenever you care to. Keep up good work. Videos are too short. Again, I agree. Just be yourself. Thank you. Amen. Traveling, I appreciate that. Uh, a vet airman myself. Oh, thank you for your service. Uh, Uncommon destinations. I would love to go to Greenland. I've seen so many pictures of Greenland. I'm like, I want to go there. Um, I don't. I feel like we don't really go there too often, so it would probably be have to do. Probably would have to be something that I actually like plan a trip to on my own accord. Um, Giveaway featuring. I do want to give a giveaway. I have so many souvenirs that I've gotten from my travels where I'm like, this would be great for a giveaway, and I definitely want to do a giveaway. So, and I was planning on doing multiple giveaways this year and last year. Never never came up to fruition, if that's the right term for it. Definitely do want to do a giveaway. I might do it next year, maybe for my birthday. Who knows? Thank you. I'll try my best. Section 5. I think this is the last section, so we're almost done. We're almost done. We're getting through this. If I were to possibly do a YouTube live, hmm, I wonder how many of you guys have answered yes that are actually here right now, or even no, or maybe. That's funny. Well, thank you for your responses if you guys did answer this. I don't know if it was mandatory or not. I have to catch the broadcast later at a dance that starts at 2. I'll reach out to you later. Sounds good. I've seen video of places you love in St. Louis. I do love a good amount. I'm on my chat again. Going through my chat. Would love to see a video of places you love in St. Louis. I definitely have a good amount of places I do enjoy in St. Louis. And if you guys are interested in a St. Louis video, I'm more than happy to make it. I do have a lot of people here that can help me record and stuff. So that would be great as well. Um, let's see. Next is if I were to host. Okay, this is the meetup that I was talking about. So for you guys watching, if I were to host a public meetup for all of you to hang out with me next year in 2026, would you consider participating in the meetup? Um, the number one answer was yes. Of course, I feel like a good amount of people would say maybe. If someone were to ask me this, I would even say maybe because just life, and I don't even know when that would be. And then some of you chose no, which respectfully so. It's fine. This is just something that I've been thinking about for a long time. I don't know what I'd do, where I'd go, and I think that goes into the next question, which is if you chose no or maybe, or even yes, describe what would convince you to participate in this meeting, as in like different locations, time of year, events, etc. Location, location. I do not know where I'd be or where I'd do it. I originally wanted to do for my birthday, but instead of my birthday, towards the end of that month, I'm going to be going to the UK instead for my concert, so that kind of like took over that. But I could still do something for my birthday. I have that time off, or I have that time planned for my leave. It's in the system, so I could still do something if we do something. I'd be one to meet up on a deployment schedule. That's fair enough. Um, T-shirt. I actually never put out a T-shirt. Um, but if in the future, I'll definitely like let you know if that is the case. If I do start selling T-shirts, it just depends on location. Close to Detroit. Fair enough. Fly me to the US, or you get to. I would love to host a thing in the UK, but I feel like for a majority of my followers, like I said, because I feel like most of my followers are from the US, it would have to be something within the US. So I feel like that would be at least one of the criteria. I would have to have some kind of location in the United States. West Coast. I did want to do it in California, like in Los Angeles, probably like for a weekend for my birthday. Just go to WeHo or something where I could just like have a meetup in a bar, or a club, or a restaurant. or we could have like an entire weekend together, and like we could like do different things in the city, and then we could like have a night out, and then the next day we could still do stuff and then have like a night out. So it would be like a mini trip, not just like a meetup, because I would want it to be something where like it means a lot to you guys as well as for me. I know not a lot of people can spare that much time for a weekend, which I do appreciate, like I do understand. But that was just something that I was just thinking of in the Philippines, so it won't be practical, but I'd love to see a blog about it in the event after. That's fair enough. I feel like a lot of people wouldn't be able to attend, and I feel like I would want people to know in advance if I were to do a or not a live stream, but like if I were to do a meetup, I would want people to know about it as early as possible so they can get tickets if they want to attend, get hotels, because I feel like we'd be in a place where we'd probably need hotels. And I would just want people to enjoy it. I don't really know how that's going to work out. I've researched this a lot. Like I put a lot of effort and thought into this, and like I know that there are some apps or some websites that where you can like have everyone's input and they can suggest things to do, or like divvy up some money things if they want to do like an excursion in a certain location or do something. That's definitely something that I want to consider as well. uh Depends on the time of year. That's fair enough. I would want to do it maybe like when it's more summertime. My birthday is May 1st, so probably that weekend. But I don't really think there's a lot of good places to go to in the United States in the very end of April, beginning of May, just because I feel like it's still like cold in certain places. But just I don't know. I'm talking too much. Relativity, yeah. So basically, overall consensus is like it's location and time, and I do want to try and make that doable for everyone that wants to attend. So if you do want to attend, um, just please just keep on hounding me about it. Please let me know. I do want to try and do something next year, just because I feel like it's nice. I feel like oh my god, we're over an hour. I'm sorry, you guys. It's taking forever. I didn't expect it to go this long. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. But anyways, please hold on for a little bit longer. I'll probably talk for like another 30 minutes, so be prepared for that. But yeah, I definitely want this to be something that involves you guys, because you guys are people that support me, and I really do appreciate that. And I feel like you guys kind of already know me. So you guys we can just be one big happy family together, wherever that may be. So overall, consensus on this is just like please just send me locations, time preferences. I will be putting out something hopefully in January, because I do want to do something at least before the end of January where I'm able to like show or give you guys an option so we can plan that out. And yeah, it's just a lot of things. Anyways, any other suggestions or final thoughts about this? Is the last question, I think. So we're almost done with the poll. Any other suggestions or final thoughts about Frassix? It's been great. A lot of I did read these ones, and these ones were super nice. So, um, Michigan tour. Ignore the. Okay, yeah. Uh, there was a time, or like I feel like this is pretty constant, where like I don't get that many, or I don't get nice DMs occasionally every once in a while. And or just like unwanted DMs from certain individuals um that I don't find flattering necessarily, and then I had to stop looking at my DMs. I don't really have notifications on for Instagram, for Instagram up until recently. But I had to stop doing that. But ignore whatever negative feedback you may be getting online, and keep doing what you're doing. You're fun and positive, and the world needs more of that. I do appreciate it. I don't really let the negative stuff get to me. I do like to call people out every once in a while if they are negative. Not in a mean way, but just to be like, hey, it's not nice to be mean. It's mean to be mean. Um, but yeah, that's why I do really, one of my goals for next year as well is just to start like talking to people on DMs more. Like again, it doesn't have to be like a daily thing, but just responding to people and just saying like, hey, thanks for doing this, or if someone just has a comment, I can just respond to them. That would be kind of nice to do. Girl. um uh Patreon. I don't know how the Patreon stuff works as well. That's also something that I've been wanting to do. Just for exclusive, just for people that really would want something like that. I've never really followed people that have done Patreon. Like I do. I've watched people that have done it and subscribed to people that do it. I just don't really know how it works on my end. But if you guys are interested in it, just let me know. I would feel bad for people sending me money. Because it's I just feel weird, you know. Even if someone like owes me money that I know in real life, like I just would rather them not pay me, and I'd rather just pay for it myself. Just because I feel weird asking people for money. Can you do you? Happy holidays and wishing you all the best in 2026. Thank you. I hope everyone has had a good holiday, good Thanksgiving if you're in the United States, and then a good Christmas and or whatever you do celebrate within the next month or two, and a happy new year as well. Uh yeah, so I really do appreciate you guys are so nice to me. Um And I kind of have to remind myself that there are people that actually do care about what I do. Because sometimes, um, let me stop sharing. Okay, I'm full screen. But yeah, I just feel like I do have to remind myself that people really do appreciate what I do and really like it. Um, and I really, really do appreciate it. Anyways, so now that we're done with that, took way longer than I expected because I'm a blabbermouth. Now it's question time. So now I'm gonna go through the chat. And if you guys want to ask me questions right now, you guys are more than welcome to. I'll go through the questions that I want to answer from the very beginning of this chat. And then I also have some through Instagram and YouTube that I can go through as well. So if you guys want to put questions, now's your chance. Going from the very beginning. Also, hi to everyone. This is actually the chance that I'm actually going through the chat instead of just bouncing between the chat and the poll. So I'm also catching up on that. So hello everyone. Hello from Right Pat. Hello from London, Michigan. Food coma was great for Thanksgiving. Yes, that was great. Postcards were nice. Congratulations on 7 years. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's been a long time coming, and it doesn't feel like 7 years. Frassix from A Scott 2168. Hello. Thank you first off for I always see your messages or comments on all my stuff. So appreciate that. First off, could you tell us where some of your souvenirs are from behind you? I do have a lot of souvenirs that I collect. I'm a very trinkety person. If there's a souvenir that I can get, even if the bare minimum is a magnet, I always get one for here at my place, and then for my work, that's like the bare minimum. But then again, like I mentioned before, I always get like also a bunch of other stuff where I can potentially give it out to people that would want to get some stuff. This smells so good. But these are only some. If only you guys could see my place. There's like random like souvenirs all over. I don't know. I feel like a lot of people who like just like need tidy homes. Like I'm neat and tidy, but it's like I display things a lot, especially at work as well. There are a few things. If you guys want a tour, I'm pretty sure I can do more of a tour later on. But there's just a few things. I got this from Stuttgart. It's like one of those like Germany. I don't even know. It's like the drinking pitcher things. I don't know how to explain it. But they always have this, not just in Germany, but like in other countries as well in that region. So that's that. This is from like it's like stone. It's from Athens. I got that. I was so worried that this was gonna break on whenever, which I haven't posted any videos about Athens, so that's why you haven't seen my Athens video. Um, This is from like India. Whenever I went to India, this little garland thing. This I think this is called a curry, and this is I think I don't want to take it out, but it's a knife from Nepal. I got the more decorated one because there's like some decorations on it or like designs on it. I think it's called a curry or a kukuri, but it's basically what they use or one of like for their what I'm trying to say for their military, I think. So I thought that was pretty awesome to get. I have a few things down here, just like little trinket things of like Miami. I got a painting of the Parthenon, an actual painting. Just Brazil right there, London. There's a globe, which that's actually from Indiana Jones and the Great Circle, the collector's edition. If you guys know about that. Um, let's see. There's some like there's a lot of stuff that you don't see in the frame either, so I can't really explain that. Um, there is this that I got from Japan, which is another garland thing. Um, let's see, and then let's see, I got that from whenever I went to Ireland, which again, that video will be premiering next year as well. And yeah, and then just, yeah, I don't know. I got this from Hanoi, Vietnam. It's like a little plate thing. I got these from uh, other places in Europe that you guys will see next year. I feel like a lot of these things are from places that I've been to this year, which I haven't really posted about, but you guys will definitely see that next year. And then um, I guess this is Outlander. If you guys don't know, my favorite TV show of all time. Absolutely love it so much. And that's the main reason why I'm going to Scotland next year. Actually, damn, you can't even see it because of the there. But yeah, I'm actually going to Scotland to attend a concert for Outlander next year. So I'm really excited for that. And I know you just said souvenir, but I did a little bit of just everything. So sorry about that. Again, there's more souvenir stuff, but that's just a little bit of what I have to show you for now because there are a few more questions. Let's see, going through the chat now. When do you learn about the missions to prepare? It just really depends. I do feel like sometimes because I am actually going on a mission pretty soon. Um, but probably like it just depends. A week, 2 weeks, um, sometimes even closer than that. So that's why again I don't really have time to prepare sometimes for these trips, unfortunately. Um, let's see. Hello to everyone. Everyone's so nice in the comments. Um, let's see. Uh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Mm, do you think you'll go for the full 20 years or more? If you guys don't know, basically the time that people or like the I feel like retirement is like the full service. What am I trying to say? 20 years is usually the full time that people will stay in the military to get their full 20 years of service, and then after that they can have all of like the benefits and stuff after the military. I do plan on staying in for the full 20 years just mostly because I mean, one, I really like this job, so I'll try and stay in it as uh, much as I can. And two, I don't really have anything else going for me after the military. So I'm just enjoying my time right now. I mean, like if I win like the lottery or if I marry a billionaire or something along those lines, um, then maybe things might change. But as of right now, I would like to stay in for the full 20. Next year will be 10 years, so I'll be halfway there. Um, thank you so much. Daily life on there. Oh, I'm assuming this is what like I would do for like videos. Daily life on the Air Force Base. I could do that, but I also feel like I can't really show too much about any Air Force base technically. Let's see. Mm, do you service as a flight crew? Only Air Force personnel, or all branches use the Air Force transporting? So basically, they're just asking if I only transport Air Force people or if I transport all the the branches. And I feel like it's a mix of everyone. I've dealt with the Marines, Army, Navy, just a good amount of people, politicians that aren't even in the military. Those are the people that I fly. But definitely also as well a good amount of Air Force individuals. Um, yeah. Uh, if it's ever possible, but if you could vlog with one of your colleagues when you visit all your amazing locations, that would be cool. Uh, Yes, a day. I do have a few videos next year, which were filmed this year, that I am going with a few people and just traveling with them to a few locations. Um, but if you guys want me to include my coworkers more, I'd be more than happy to do that as well. Come back to San Antonio. I actually do want to go back to San Antonio next year for my 10-year anniversary of me being in the Air Force. I just have to like plan it out. Like I want to go back onto Lackland. If you don't know, Lackland Air Force Base is uh, where the basic training is for the Air Force. I had a good time in San Antonio. I was there for 5 years before I moved here, or like stationed there for 5 years after my tech school. So that's where I've been until I had to move here. So I really did enjoy my time in San Antonio up until the very end. I don't really like how it's always so humid there, but I feel like the humidity here in St. Louis is worse, but it's for not as long. Because I feel like in like San Antonio, like it's like hot like 10 out of the 12 months of the year. Which I love seasons. I need seasons, so I couldn't really live there for too much longer after that. Detroit, I could go there, going through questions. A beer stein. Thank you. Appreciate that. Now you know. Um, let's see. What made you start doing videos? From Pablo Postigo Son 5233. Thank you for that question. What made you start doing videos? I don't know. I feel like I've been making videos for a long time, even if it was just for myself, just for people. I think it really started probably in like 2013. That's when like I had like a camera and I was just posting videos of my friends and myself in high school. Because I think I was what like a sophomore, 2013, junior, somewhere around. I think I was beginning to be a sophomore, junior, somewhere around there. But yeah, I just started like record myself and just make videos for my friends and like record um, events that we would go to. And I've always just liked to do that. More so, I did it not necessarily to show off to people, but more so for myself to remember things because I don't really have that good of a memory. And I feel like sure I can like take pictures and whatnot, but I feel like vlogs make it so much more. There's so much more that you can get with a video than a picture sometimes, even though I know a picture is worth a thousand words. But I do feel like videos are the way to go, and I like vlogging and talking, as you guys can tell, with this being almost an hour and a half. Holy heck, I'm sorry. This I don't know. But yeah, so I feel like it's been a long time coming. I didn't really start vlogging or taking it seriously because I feel like I went into the military in 2016 and I did vlog a little bit then, but like nothing really substantial. And I kind of lost that spark for making videos, at least travel videos, until I made this channel with the cruise that I did. So again, if you guys haven't watched that video, go watch it. Um, but that was really the point where I was just like everything like it reignited my wanting to make travel content. And I was able to do that with that video, but again, I didn't really wasn't able to travel that much after that. So that also kind of like dwelled. And I did make a few videos about like me going to certain places and whatnot, but it wasn't until I was able to do this job where I was actually able to make the videos that I want to make, which is what you guys watch right now. Um, yeah. Uh, Manila. I wish I could go to Manila. I've only been there once as a flight attendant. And thank you. Appreciate you liking my trinket collection. Uh, where is the Filipino barrel man souvenir? I don't even know where most of my souvenirs are. I feel like I just find them in the most randomest of places now. Um, was I a Sears specialist? If not, what did I do? I'm assuming you mean before my flight attendant journey. I was not a Sears specialist. I just worked in intelligence down in San Antonio, Texas. I don't really know how much I can say about that. I mean, I feel like I could say some stuff, but off topic, what is your favorite drink? Like normal drink? Um, uh, drink. Well, if it's alcoholic drink, like if we were go to the bar together or something, I am more of an amaretto sour person, amaretto sour, however you pronounce that. I don't really like too many like I'm not a beer person. I can never get into beer um or wine. Like I'll sip on it, but it's not my forte. So that's why by default I'll just get an amaretto sour. Some amaretto sour is better than others, but that's usually my go-to. I can take a couple of those easy. I shouldn't have made that gesture with my hands. Um, and then I mean I also just like to take shots of things, if that's what you mean. Straight shots of vodka, tequila, um, and just probably like a good pina colada or Shirley Temple. So as you guys can tell, I'm definitely more of a sweets person. Like I usually just tell people, like if I can't taste the alcohol, that's the best. Like usually, if I go to a place and I have no idea what they're saying, like the drinks are on the menu, I'm like, I ask the person, I'm like, which is like the least alcohol tasting drink that's on this menu, and I will have that. Because I just don't like the taste of alcohol. I like the effects of it, but I just don't like the taste of it. But yeah, amaretto sour would be my top. Would be my drink of choice. If not, then usually I just go for a good classic water. For breakfast, I usually like chocolate milk. So now you guys know more about me. um, my sister and her husband say hi again. So hello. I don't know why you guys are watching this for so long, but thank you. Um, uh, an Intel analyst. Hey, there we go. Okay, I was an Intel analyst when I was in the Marine Corps. Well, then you and I have something in common for what I did before back then. Love the culinary school content and don't apologize about the length of the live chat. I think we all appreciate your company, and I appreciate your company for keeping me company. And I'm sorry that you guys have like I'm just talking. I feel like you can never get because I do wish that I talk more. Like I'll go off on a little side tangent here. I do wish I talked more in my videos, but again, just with like the timing of things and like sometimes like if I'm recording because I usually just use my camera, like it's just so hard sometimes just to record and talk at the same time. So if I do, I do try to talk to you guys and explain what is happening in the moment or like I try to be strategical about it to like say a certain thing to make it pan into the next thing that I want to show you guys in the video. It's very strategic how I do things. But sometimes it's just spontaneous. Um, so that's why I do wish I could speak a lot more in my videos. So that's why I do want to do more live streams like this because I feel like I can just hang out with you guys, and just chat about whatever, and it doesn't have to be so formal like it is right now. Because even though it doesn't seem formal, this is formal. And not even on here. I could just go like do an Instagram live or a TikTok live or something. Um, in your early videos, you used to use your first name. Why don't you do that anymore? Um, well, it's just I feel like it's easier. Plot twist, surprise, Frassix isn't my real name. If you're wondering how I got the name Frassix, which I think that's actually one of the questions that I have here is on like my socials is how I came up with the name Frassix, and that is from. Let me just pull up the question real quick. Hold up. Um, yeah, Skipper JH on Instagram. Hello. Asked, how did you come up with the name Frassix? And in all honesty, it was, I don't even know how I came up with it necessarily, but it was just my PlayStation username. Um, and I don't even know how I really came up with it. I was like, oh, I like the way the S looks or like the letter S looks. And then I want an X in there because I think that looks pretty cool. I remember like making like a list of things on a piece of paper and just doing different combinations of things I could do. And I think I just ended up on Frassix. And I think the rest is history. Frassix has been with me ever since. Um, but yeah, main reason why I don't really use my actual name is just, I guess, one for security purposes, but two just also because I feel like Frassix, it's easier for people to recognize me and recognize the brand Frassix as a whole versus just people like knowing multiple names, Frassix, my actual name, yada yada yada. So Frassix, especially like if you look me up, like on like Google, like, and look up Frassix, it's all Frassix stuff. Like I've done so much, and I feel like I don't realize how much I've done, and I don't realize that I've actually made a name for myself until I just Google myself, and I'm like, whoa, that's crazy that I come up. Um, Hello from Ohio. Hello, never been to Ohio. Would love to visit all the states one day. Um, my advice is don't change a thing about your content. We subscribe, follow for who you are naturally. Appreciate that. Hey, if you're ever in the OKC area, I can show you around. I would love that. If again, like I feel like, granted, I don't really tell people when I'm going to certain places, especially on my mission. So it's kind of hard to do that unless I like really know that you're there and you would want to hang out with me. Um, Otherwise, I don't really tell people that I'm out and about in all those places. Um, but I will try and keep that in mind, especially like for just vacations and stuff. I feel like I'd want to hang out with people because it's nice to do all this solo content traveling stuff. But every once in a while, it's nice to have someone to do it with, hang out with. I'm looking forward to hearing about the meetup if it happens. Thank you for hosting this. Thank you for joining. And again, yes, I do want to do a meetup somewhere in the world. So, somewhere in America specifically. So, if you guys have any suggestions, just let me know. And then with that, I guess I can just continue with the questions that I have on my socials. Again, if you guys have more questions, you guys are more than welcome to ask it right now, and I will try and answer them. I don't think I missed any more questions. If I did, please repeat it so I can actually like show you or like uh, answer the question. But anyways, now we're on Instagram. Again, if you don't follow me on Instagram, follow me on my Instagram hashtag or not hashtag, but at frassix.official. Here's my username. Because normal Frassix was taken, and I wish everything could just be Frassix, but Frassix is taken on a lot of social media platforms, so I have to do like an official or like underscore or something like that. Sucks sometimes. Um, let's see. I have two questions from Becky Owens, 131. What is your favorite food? It's the first question. I really like Italian food. I feel like I'm open to a lot of food in general. I love food. But just something about Italian food is just like just like spaghetti. Uh, yes. Pizza, yes. And spoiler alert, I went to Naples this year. And some like probably the best pizza I've had is in Naples, which if you don't know, Naples is the birthplace of pizza. So no wonder I loved it there. So it was literally just the simplest thing. It was like a margarita pizza. but just like the taste of it, like it'll be in the video whenever that is released. It'll be released in January. Plot twist. Not plot twist. Spoiler alert. But yeah, pizza, all that. Yes, give me all of the food. Lasagna. Let me have it. Just oh yes. So that's the first question. And then second question is, how are your flights chosen? It's how whoever, again, who we fly, what their purpose is. I don't even know why these people go to some of the places that I go to. I don't really complain about it. But if you need me to go to this certain place, I'll go to it. They have their reasons for it. You'll probably see it on the news. Whatever I end up doing. Um, yeah. What are your Rubber Stevie on Instagram asks, what are your ambitions in the military? I guess it's just to, of course, just rank up and just try and be in the military as long as I can. But for the time that I'm actually in the military, it's just, I don't know, just I just want to make people feel better about themselves and to show that there is like a certain perception of the military. And I guess I just want to, maybe, again, disclaimer, whatever I say is just thoughts and opinions of myself and not the military. But I just want people to know that, like, there is a different side to the military, and I just want to answer people's questions about the Air Force and my job, and to show people that it's just me. Like if like if I can get through all of the things that I've had to go through in the military, like SEER training, um, like tech school, basic training. If I can get through all that, like you will definitely be fine. Um, and I think I just want to enjoy the military and the experiences that are given to me. I'm again very fortunate enough to be in careers and my career overall where I've been able to do things that I enjoy doing. Of course, there are some things that I didn't enjoy doing, but I just am fortunate enough to be in this position where I can share what I do with you guys and enjoy it. So yeah, just I think that's a lot of answers to that one question. So I'm sorry. Again, do I plan on staying in the Air Force? If they'll let me, I'll try my best. Um, what Caribbean island do you want to visit? Um, you were just in I was just in Aruba. It was beautiful. That was by JEVOO7. Um, I like a lot of the places in the Caribbean. Um, you'll probably see it because, like I said, the are the Virgin Islands part of the Caribbean? I think so. Um, I remember like just like I don't even remember. Barbados was beautiful. St. Kitts was amazing. Uh, and Levis, St. Kitts, and something, something, something. I love it. If that's not part of the Caribbean, shame on me. Um, let's see. Are there any questions here? Back on the chat. Hello, chat. Hello from Las Vegas. Hello. I want to go back to Las Vegas. I know apparently it has a very bad rep, and it's not the Las Vegas that people know Las Vegas for. Not like for 10 years, 20 years. It's different now. But I do want to go back. The last time I was really there was when I was, with my family as a child, and I feel like it's kind of different if you're like an adult and you go to Las Vegas. I've never gambled before in my life. Fun fact. Would I want to try and gamble? I mean, like, I would want to do it safely and sensibly. But I love the architecture more than anything in Las Vegas. That's why I would love to go there as a child, more so just to go to different like hotels and it'd be like Paris themed or Greek themed, Roman themed, and all that stuff. So hello from Las Vegas. Hello. Wait till you have Detroit style pizza. I look forward to it. Hot take here. I am not a big fan of the Chicago deep dish pizza. Don't come at me. I do like it, but it's just a lot. It's like eating like a big burger and like just trying to like eat it. There's just a lot going on. It's easier just to do a fork sometimes. But I mean I don't hate it if that's what you're trying to imply at. When in Scotland, you need to try the famous deep fried pizza and the haggis. I will add that to the list whenever I am in Scotland next year. Um, I didn't even know there's deep fried pizza. So, um, who is the best type of passenger you get to travel with, job title or general? I feel like I don't know. I feel like a lot of the people that I travel with are well behaved and well mannered, and I'm very fortunate in that fact where the passengers that I do fly are able to act properly. I know for a lot of commercial airlines, and I feel like we've all seen, the headlines of, crazy passengers and flight attendants having to deal with those passengers and all that stuff. And some of those flight attendants, I give props to them because they are a lot braver than me. Because if someone, I'm a nice person, but like sometimes it's really hard for me to be nice if someone's being mean to me or rude. So, um, so I just feel like everyone that I fly with, unfortunately, again, is super nice, super helpful, understanding, and surprisingly, like again, I don't really know who we fly that often, um, even when I'm actually on the mission. But all I just know is that they're nice to me, and I appreciate them being nice to me and the rest of my crew as well. Um, let's see. We may have covered this question and I missed it. When you're working, is it typical FAA rules for flight crew, or is it different for the Air Force? No limits on duty time. We do have limits, and we do follow. I don't want to. Don't quote me on this, but I'm pretty sure we do follow a lot of other air crew positions in the Air Force and just FAA regulations as well. Um, but I guess it's just more so tailored to the military, especially for my planes. Because again, if you were to talk to someone who's a load master who flies like on the C-17s or those big load master or those those big planes, it's definitely different versus like me, where like it's definitely more low key and low threat. Um, Hi, just got back home from shopping. Well, hello. Hopefully your shopping was well. I did want to go shopping yesterday and today, but if you don't know, there was a snowstorm that went through the United States, and it brought a good bit of snow here in St. Louis. Now it's starting to melt. I love the snow. I just hate driving in it. Don't have the tires for it. Whenever I'm driving, I wanted to work out this morning. Couldn't really do that. I've been trying to work out. If you guys can't tell, or like if you guys can't tell, I don't know. But I have been trying to work out. So by the time the next summer rolls around, I will be hot girl summer ready and confident enough to um, show off my body in a non weird way. In a non weird way. Um, that was a sidetrack. Sorry about that. But welcome back from shopping. Um, uh, Thank you for the smile. Las Vegas is different, but still awesome. It's so larger than life. I've seen The Hangover. I can definitely all three Hangovers, um, and I love those movies a lot. I like my pizza thin and crispy with anchovies. Anchovies is a choice. I mean, I like anchovies. I mean, it's the same thing with like pineapple on pizza. I don't know. Do you guys like pineapple on pizza? Because I do not. I don't hate it. Like I'll eat it. I'm not one of those haters that's like it's a disgrace, but I would rather have like pepperoni or sausage or um, even a margarita pizza, like I said, whenever I went to Naples. Which mission by Papa Grande 50, which mission did you have the least amount of prep time? I don't remember. I know there's one. I know there's a mission. It was probably whenever I went probably to like Africa. Probably not actually. It was I don't even remember. I just know that there was like it was less than a week's time where like I was notified and I had to like prepare for it and like make sure that I was good to go. I just can't remember where we went. Um but yeah, but then I also, like I wish I like sometimes like I need the time to get ready because like I need time to decide what I'm gonna wear, get all the training that I need to get done beforehand. I need to get a haircut. And yeah, so I'm very thankful whenever I do get the chance to know about things in advance. Um, next, I've wanted to try New York City style pizza. I wanted to go to New York so bad this year. Usually, don't hate me, but I used to think New York was like overhyped. Like years ago, like whenever I would see it like in a Christmas movie, I'm like, let me guess where it's set. It's set in New York. Surprise, surprise. But like lately, I've just been wanting to go to New York so bad. Like I just wanted to go there for a weekend, a couple of days. It's very expensive, but I just want to hang out and just I don't know, I've just been bit by the New York City like bug. The last time I was there was when I went to the premiere or an early showing of The Last of Us HBO show back at the very beginning of 2024. And that was literally for like not even 24 hours. Like I got left here, went to New York, stayed there for a little bit, went to the premiere or went to the early screening, went back to the airport, and then stayed at the airport until I flew back. And that was literally less than 24 hours. I've been there as a child, but again, it's also been a while since I've just been there as an adult, and I want to do adult things. I want to do like I want to experience New York as an adult. Um, so hopefully, I'll get to do that soon, maybe next year. If you're in New York or near New York, l- like we should meet up somewhere. Maybe that can be one of the options for my hangout, among other places. Love Chicago, but New York City style pizza is the best, and that Italian beef sandwich in Chicago is overrated. Um, I've had it once, and it was actually I didn't hate it. I mean, it was pretty good. I was also starving at the time. Never had New York style pizza in New York. Definitely want to try that out. Um, if you were interested, here's another question by SoCal Benny. If you were interested, is there an opportunity to train to be a pilot in the Air Force for people like yourself who's already in the service? Um, you have to be an officer, as far as I'm aware, to be a pilot. Um, and I'm not an officer. I would have to, and I also think you need a few more other things as well to become a pilot besides the training. Would I want to do it? Maybe. Could I be a fighter jet pilot? Probably not. I did the simulation thing like a couple months ago with someone, my ex, and we tried to like man like a fighter pilot thing, and I was in charge of shooting the gun, and it was just horrible. We were like upside down. I was like almost like I had a headache afterwards because of it. So would I be that kind of pilot? Probably not. Um, but it would still, if I really wanted to work towards it, I feel like I would have the opportunity to do that. Um, hello or hi Frassix, by Spencer Cruz 9074. Is it advantage if I will enlist as services and retrain to flight attendant? Is that a good AFC to begin with to get a flight attendant job? It's changed a lot in the past few years of how specifically you can get the flight attendant job. And definitely, please don't quote me on this. I'm just doing what I think I know, which is probably wrong. Last I heard, you have to be in an aviation job to be able to transfer to becoming a career enlisted aviator. But even then, you're not really guaranteed like the flight attendant job in the Air Force. You can either be like one of a few. If you go to my link tree, there's a section saying that explains a little bit more about my job. So if you guys want to do that, you guys are more than welcome to go on it. But I think, yeah, you used to be only in an aviation job, and you had to be already in the Air Force, and then you had to be in a flying job to become able to transfer over to potentially being a flight attendant. But apparently now it's changed, and now you don't have to be in an aviation job anymore. And I know there's even some people who have messaged me online that said that they've gotten it right out of basic training, which I don't think is super common. But I mean, I am honestly not too sure about that. The person who would probably have the best knowledge about that would be your Air Force recruiter. So, and also, if you want to, talk to an Air Force recruiter and you don't know where to start, you can go to the Air Force website, and you can see and type in where you're at, and you can see where your nearest Air Force recruiter is. I also have a link to that in my link tree as well. You'll see a section saying talking about the Air Force recruiter. So yeah, so you're the Air Force recruiter. It's their job to know about that stuff. Of course, they don't know everything, but they will. I would assume that they would know or try to get you that information if possible. Yeah. And what's your favorite continent and why? Sheesh. I mean, here in America, we're taught that there's 7 continents: North America, South America, Europe, Asia, uh, Africa, Australia, and then Antarctica. I know in some other locations there's like 6 or 5, but I'm just going with the 7 that I was taught. But I guess it would have to be also a spoiler alert, I guess, for the videos for next year is that this year I've been like I think 99% of the places I've been to Europe. So I've had a newfound appreciation for Europe. And you guys know that I love history. Um, and among other things about Europe, but I feel like Europe would be my favorite continent if I had to choose a continent. Again, I love a lot of places that I've been to, not just in Europe, but in all the continents. I do want to go to Antarctica. Don't think I'll ever do it in this career field, but I would want to do it just to be like checked off all the continents. Um, what's your favorite meal you prepared for a trip? By the Shark 380. I do have a picture of that on my phone, and it's a very simple meal. I feel like it's not too fancy, and it's like I said, it's very simple, but it's also very healthy. And a lot of people that I've cooked it for on my flights have mentioned how much they like it and enjoy it. And if I can only find a picture of it here, it's like this. If you guys can see it, eh, it's very bad, but it is a there's like chicken and there's like a roll. I don't know why it's so bad, but then there's also like this like salsa, which is basically just like chopped up um cherry tomatoes and chopped up avocados or in like cubes. um and there's also a few other things added to that salsa, but it's just really quick, easy, filling, but it's also it tastes refreshing and fresh. And I like doing that because it's also easy to prepare on the plane, because you can just literally just cook the chicken and then chop up all the vegetables and put all the vinaigrettes and all that stuff, cook the bread, and then bon appetit. I do want to post some of the um what is it? Some of the recipes that I do online, or like recipes that I do on the plane. if you guys are interested, I can share those recipes with you. Um, However that is. But even tagging alongside that, if you guys want to share recipes with me that I can try on the plane, I will try and have a link to that where you guys can submit it. And you guys can let me know how you guys make it, because I do want to try a few things out. Granted, we can't do everything. We can't do a crock pot that takes like 12 hours to cook a meal. Like, that's not doable. But I do want to try and open it up to you guys again, because I know you guys have a lot of you guys like to cook or are interested in culinary, based on the poll that I did. And I would definitely want, if you guys want to share some food with me, share some ingredients with me, some recipes with me, just let me know. Um, and then one more question, and then I'll continue on, and then we can be done with this because I know it's getting to that 2 hour mark. So if you visit New York City, you gotta go to the Metropolitan Museum of Art. I love going to museums, even in different countries. I don't really go to too many museums because I feel like after a while, sometimes it gets redundant. Because it's like, okay, cool. There's a fossil. There's an old thing. Blah blah blah. But if there's like something truly special about the museum, then I'll go to it. Um, like the Grand Egyptian Museum that just opened like a month ish ago. I want to go there. I just want to go to Egypt in general. I'm not allowed to. Um, I want to see the pyramids. That's probably going to be something I'm going to have to treat myself to, like as a retirement gift out after the Air Force. I would definitely want to do that um, one day. Uh, but yeah, so I think with that, I think I want to wrap it up pretty soon because I want to have you guys have the rest of your days to do stuff. But with that, we're not done, because if you guys have stayed this long, you guys know that I said that there'd be a surprise towards the end of the video or towards the end of the live stream. And yeah, we're at that point where I am really excited to share with you guys my surprise, because I'm looking at my script again. So again, the anniversary of Frassix is tomorrow, December 1st, which not only means that it's the end of 1 year, but also marks the beginning of a new year and therefore a new era for Frassix. And so with that, I am really excited to share with you guys um, a small preview of the next chapter of Frassix. Um, and again, I don't know if the audio is going to be nice necessarily. I've tried this out before, and it's only going to be as good as like, I don't even know if it's going to be good, but this will be kind of released tomorrow for better audio quality. But for now, hopefully you guys enjoy uh, the small preview of the next chapter of Frassix. Okay, and that was, again, I'm sorry if the audio wasn't the best for that, but it's just a little bit of a preview. It's just a teaser trailer for the next uh, era of Frassix. And yes, that was a new logo as well to go alongside the new chapter of Frassix. Again, I went to Europe this year, and let me go backtrack. Majority of the places that I went to this year for my missions have been to Europe, and I guess I got really influenced by that, the culture and the styles, especially like the Mediterranean stuff. So that's why I was like, I kind of want like a new chapter, because if you don't know, every single year I try to do like a different theme, a different era, just to really symbolize and make that year really special. This year was definitely, as in 2025, was very like, adventure, Uncharted, Tomb Raider, Indiana Jones kind of style. And this year, it's definitely going to be a lot more laid back. And that's why I definitely wanted the new logo, because I've had this logo, the current logo, for a couple of years. But now I kind of want it to be something new for you guys. And yeah, so let's see. Is there anything else that I have to say about that? Yeah, so basically the reason for the change, again, that's I just want to show you guys a new chapter of my life. And I haven't really shown any of the places that I've been to this year. So I don't know if you guys have seen or like know of the few places that were in that trailer. If you guys know, then you know. But yeah, so alongside that, let me just, okay, this isn't what it looks like, but just bear with me. So uh, this looks weird. So don't, I'm gonna go here. Just give me a second. Um, Speaking of merch, here is Frassix. It's so weird because like this side is actually that side on the screen, but yeah, Frassix, the logo right there. And then also on the back, you can tell. So yeah, I'm just really happy about this. You guys can kind of see the inside of my shirt. Oof. This is kind of weird. Hold up for a second. I'm gonna take off my shirt, and not like that. Okay. Anyways, I'm back. And yeah, so I'm just really excited to share this new chapter with you guys. Also, if you guys want the shirt, just let me know, and I will arrange to get it made and shipped to you guys. And payment, I don't know how that's going to work out. But yeah, so I'm just really happy for this new era of Frassix starting technically tomorrow. The teaser trailer will be out tomorrow as well. Um, and yeah, among other things, again, I'll be posting a few things on Instagram to celebrate and commemorate the 7-year anniversary of Frassix. And I do have a few more surprises as well. Um, and I think that's pretty much it for me. I can't believe whenever I rehearse this is only supposed to be like an hour, not even an hour. And now it's a little bit over twice that much. And I know that account is dropping for people watching, but I just want to say, just thank you so much for the support in 2025. It has really meant a lot to me that you guys are willing to support what I do. And again, the reason why I do this is not for myself or for the fame of it all. I do this because I just want to show people the world and to make them appreciate the world a little bit more, and to make people feel good about themselves. And if I can do that just with my videos, then I'm happy to do that. And um yeah, just I know that the wait has been a long time coming. The last time I actually posted a actual vlog was probably in October. Now it's basically December. And even before October, I haven't really been the best at promoting everything, but there's a lot of things that have been underground, and I do want to take upcoming year seriously, because I know that upcoming year in 2026 is going to be a big year for Frassix. I just want to promote myself more. I want to show off where I've been. I just want to really have a new aesthetic, a new like style again with the logo and just the vibes of what I want to put out. And I want to put out more content, interact with you guys. Um, whether that be like in person or through online. I want to do the meetups. I just want to live my life more than I have been doing the past year or even past few years. I know that next year is going to be a big year, and I just thank you guys so much for supporting me, and hopefully you guys will stick with me through the all of 2026 and enjoy everything that has happened or everything that will happen to me. And yeah, hopefully the next time I go live, you guys don't have to wait too long. I don't really have a plan to go live. But if you guys want it, just let me know. I might even go live on Instagram Live or other social media apps live. So do that. And yeah, just if you guys don't follow me here on YouTube, uh, please follow me, subscribe to me, hit that notification bell to know when the next video is going to be released, as in like the tomorrow's video for the teaser trailer. And then also, if you don't follow me on Instagram, that is like the other lifeline of Frassix is Instagram. Do that. And then also, if you want to follow me on the rest of my social media apps, I do want to try and be more interactive on there. So please follow me. I will try my best to do that. Um, go to my link tree if you guys want the links again to like any of the Air Force stuff or video stuff or live stream stuff. I also put a lot of effort into my link tree because I also wanted to do or have a website this year, but I feel like that was just so much to do that I had to take a back seat. So maybe one day I'll have a website for Frassix, but for now, I think the live or the Linktree is something that I'm pretty much proud of. And yeah, just thank you guys again so much for taking the time out of your day to watch me and interact with me. And I appreciate you. And again, if you guys want the shirt, just let me know. I don't know when it'll get out to you. It'll probably be after the new year, honestly, but at least I can get kind of a head count and figure out the whole payment information. And yeah, hopefully everyone has a good rest of their week, a good rest of their day. Um, and then a happy Christmas, Merry Christmas, Happy Hanukkah, all that good stuff for all the holidays. And then a Happy New Year. And yeah, because I feel like as soon as the New Year is over, and as soon as New Year's Eve is over and the new year begins, that's when the new era of Frassix will officially begin. So look out for things starting January 1st. That's all I got to say about that. Um, and yeah, okay. Well, thank you guys so much again. Uh, hugs, kisses, all that good stuff. And yeah, I'll talk to you guys later. Bye. Bye, everyone. Thanks again. uh,